Hello everyone, how are you? I hope you're doing very well. My name is Diane and this is a pick a card reading for Tuesday the 12th of September. But you know, it is a timeless reading, so whenever you happen to find this is when, you know, it was meant for you. So pile number one is the pyrite. Excellent for attracting abundance into your life. You could, you know, stick a bit in your purse or your pocket or whatever. Pile two is this super cool fossil with the dead critter. And pile number three is the highlight. So I will just give you a second to choose your pile. Okay, so I'll move that guy out of the way. So that's number three. Come back, critter. Number two and pile number one. So you guys have the pyrite. So you have oh, you have the tower. Okay, so you have the tower. Ooh, the Knight of Cups. Ooh la la, pile number one. What else have you got? You have the Death card. Transformation. So that's when they turn him into the cat, right? And you have the Seven of Wands or the Seven of Candles here. So something's going to come in quite fast, I would say, with the tower. If you've been going through a bit of a dark night of the soul, you're about to come out of that, okay? Like if you've been in your hermit mode, been on a lot, you know, in a long period of like doing a lot of shadow work, you're about to come out of that. I feel like with the Seven of Wands here, you might be about to be noticed for something. Like the Seven of Wands can talk about sort of standing out in a crowd. Yeah, look, you have this privileged lady. So there's some kind of tower moment coming for you, pile one. I'm kind of assuming it's related to your abundance. Because of that pyrite, they usually do that. They usually put the pyrite with the pile of abundance. The tower, I don't know if you're going to use this money to buy a house. There could be something to do with a house. Like you're going to move, like this money that comes in. You're going to use it to buy a house, or you're going to move to a new house. Maybe you can, you know, you can finally feel safe knowing that you have enough money to pay the rent or the mortgage. But there's something about some kind of opportunity coming in fast with the tower that's going to change everything for you. So if you have been kind of struggling with money, or money's been tight, or you're having to work yourself to the, you know, your little fingers to the bone to survive, that's about to change. Because you have this privileged lady card, you know. Yeah, this is definitely something to do with your work. So the Knight of Cups, you might do something for a living, you know, with the Knight of Cups. That, like, the Cups energy talks about, you know, kind of artsy fartsy healing spiritual stuff. So you could, you know, you'd be an artist, or you could be a spiritual healer, you could be a nurse or a doctor. It's something to do with healing. But also, it's like you're giving more of yourself to the world. Like something that you're about to do. Because that's what the Knight of Cups talks about. It's like giving of yourself to the world, like showing the world the real you is actually what's coming through. So whatever, and it doesn't have to be creative, but if you do work in creativity, you know, something that's like creative, I feel this key to you succeeding is showing the world the real you in some way. You know, giving of yourself. And that's kind of what's going to be what works the magic here. What's this Seven of Wands? You have mature woman. So there's something about you standing out here for the knowledge that you have And obviously, you know, if you're a guy, you just go ahead and be a mature man, right? You know, you might be moving. I was just flicking through this deck here, and you have distant horizons, which, you know, obviously you have, you know, it's over water, so you might be moving over water. But that could mean something, I mean, that could be a sea, or that could be, you know, something as simple as a river. But there's something about you like standing out for the knowledge that you have, and you, I mean, you could be older, but you don't have to be. It's something about the level of knowledge that you possess, or the experience that you have. And for some reason, up until this point, you've not shown the world the real you for some reason. For some of you, that's something to do with your mum. I'm sorry to bring that up in a daily reading like this, but that's what's just come through. Like with the mature woman, obviously that can talk about someone's mum or your gran or sister, but usually like an older female figure that caused you to be kind of defensive with people. And if that's the case, I feel like that's something that you've just worked through. Okay, what else for, jeez, pile one. The Ace of Wands, that shot out. I barely had to shuffle this deck. Please focus. Please focus. So you have the Ace of Wands here. So there's something to do with a renewed invigoration for life. That's what the Ace of Wands talks about, a new spark. It could be a new creative idea that you're going to have, or a new way of thinking. As I'm saying that, I have a paint, well, I suppose it's a drawing, in my house of Buddha reaching enlightenment, you know, with, it's like, I don't know, if you watch my other channel, How to Train Your Caterpillar, you'll see it in the background. It's like Buddha with his head lit up, you know, to represent enlightenment. So I feel there's going to be a breakthrough, like a mental breakthrough, and I don't know if that's a specific idea that you're going to have about something, a creative idea, or it's just going to be the creative juices flowing. And like, because this block has been removed. And like I said, it doesn't even have to be about creativity. It can be something, it's like, but you've been holding back in your work. You know, like for example, the woman in this picture is working very hard, but she looks like she's a seamstress. So, you know, if you were doing her job, maybe in the past, you've just kind of kept your head down, you know, and you've been following the patterns, and you've just been, you know, doing what you thought was appropriate and acceptable. But now, with this renewed invigoration, you're going to be doing what you like to do, what you think is cool. You're going to be putting your own spin on things. You know, so for example, maybe if you were a seamstress, you would be offering a new service, like, I will, you know, I don't know what seamstresses do exactly, but you know, I can add, like, you know, extra colors to your clothes, or I can, like, you know, monogram your name or something into it, like some kind of thing that's just you, that maybe no one else does, or you're going to do it differently. And I feel it's going to put you in the spotlight in some way, because I know that's not the star, but it's very, very similar to the star in this deck. And you see how she's all lit up? I kind of want to keep going with this, because like, it's a really interesting reading. And you have, I just split this deck, and you have the Knight of Swords that has come out. This is something that's going to happen really fast. It's almost like a switch flips in your brain, pile one. What's behind it? The Five of Wands. So there's something here about not fighting. I feel like you've been fighting this. Wow, I just split the deck and you have two more fives. you have the Five of Swords and the Five of Pentacles. There is a lot of change coming in for you, pile number one. Like the fives are all about change. If you've been I feel you've been fighting money coming in for some reason. Like the Five of Pumpkins is the Five of Pentacles, which talks about like a lack mindset or feeling unworthy. Look at the end of the deck here, at the bottom of the deck, you have the 10 of Cups. Something's about to make you very, very happy. There's been some inner conflict with you about this thing that you're trying to do, this success that you're trying to get in your job. And it's like you feel like you don't deserve it, or you've come from, I feel there's a few things. I feel like some of you, okay, there's a message here about coming from a lack mindset. So you may have come from a family that maybe made you feel like you weren't worthy of money, or there was an issue around money or something. There's also a message here about feeling defensive because of your mother or a female caregiver that has caused an inner conflict with you about being worthy of receiving this promotion, this money, this job that you want to go for, okay? But the Knight of Swords coming out with the Five of Wands, this suggests that this inner conflict, you're about to cut it down. Because I think there's been some kind of subconscious inner conflict here, pile number one, that has stopped you receiving. That's not what I was planning on saying, but that's what came out. That's what Spirit wants you to know. This is not the usual meaning of the Five of Swords, but you see how like there's a lot of lightning attacks coming for Jinx. It's almost like a lot of different people have come for you in the past. So I don't know if that's like your family, or it just represents like your mother or your gran or whoever this caregiver was. Or maybe you just feel like you've had that. Yeah, there's something to do with your childhood here for some of you anyway, because I see the Six of Cups. There's something to do with like your past, your childhood, where there was a lot of people that came for you, or a lot of people put you down, or something like that. So it's kind of, I feel like there's been these subconscious blocks around money that are now being removed, because the Justice card has just come out upright. So the Justice card talks about, if I can get it to focus, you know, seeing things clearly. Seeing things very clearly, the truth coming out. I feel like you're about to see something very, very clearly, and it's going to remove all these blocks for you. I do feel for a lot of you this is to do with your childhood, because the Six of Cups keeps coming out while I'm shuffling, okay? So yeah, expect money to come in, pile number one, or your promotion or something. Anything else for pile one? You know, or it could be clients. You know, maybe you've been waiting on clients coming in. That's a lot of cards. I'm going to reshuffle. I don't want three. Anything else for pile one? This is a really long reading. Yeah, look, the Wheel of Fortune. I'm going to pull from the other deck. Anything else for pile number one? Ooh, look, you have Mature Man. So there may be another person coming in here, pile number one, because you have, that's the couple. That's kind of like, I don't know, the Emperor and the Empress, or they're kind of coming through to me today as the High Priest and the High Priestess, because, you know, they're the ones with the knowledge. So there's someone coming in to your life who is your match. They don't have to be older, you don't have to be older, but this is talking about two people who've been through it. You know, that's they have some kind of knowledge or experience, because you know they've worked really hard to get where they are, and they've been through a lot. I feel there is something here about like this person's going to understand you, because you've both been through kind of similar things with your family or something. There's like a similar family background or something like that. So, I mean, they don't have to be older, but they're certainly mature. You know, I always see the mature man in this deck as the Emperor, and I see the mature woman as the Empress. So, two people that are very wise and are very well respected because of their wisdom. But, you know, they had to, I feel like, you know, for a lot of you, this success is coming from the wisdom in some way, okay? From the stuff that you've been through. So maybe you've written a book about experiences that you've had, or, you know, maybe you got into like Reiki healing because, you know, you had to heal yourself or something like that. And that it's like this business that you have, or the you know, the book takes off in that way. So expect this new person. I feel they're new. I didn't mean to say that, but yeah, expect them to come in, okay, at some point. So I'm just gonna leave that there because I feel like I could just keep going with this reading, but it's supposed to be a quick morning reading. So that was your message, pile number 1. I hope you enjoyed it. It's not that I don't enjoy the longer readings, it's just I have to curb myself somehow, you know, otherwise we'd just be here forever with me pulling cards. I hope that was useful, pile 1. Thank you so much for watching, and enjoy your money, enjoy your blessings, because it sounds like you've earned it. And as always, I wish you many blessings, love and light. Pile number 2, you guys have this really cool dead thing. Doesn't want to focus. You're a such a pain in my ass, camera. Can you see that? The little dead thing? I think this is so cool. It looks like an alien. Okay, pile 2. So you have the Hanged Man, which is suspension in this deck. The 2 bullies. So you have something, you've been waiting for something. Ooh, you have the Star. You have the Moon, and you have the Chariot. So there's some kind of wish fulfillment you've been waiting for here. This is very similar to pile number 1. I kind of almost feel like this is the same message as pile number 1. So, you know, with the Hanged Man, it's like you've been stuck. You've been waiting for movement forward in something. But there was, see with the Moon, there was some subconscious fears, anxieties, possibly inner child healing, or stuff from your childhood or stuff from your past that was actually needing to be healed before you could have movement forward. But I feel you've done that, or it's coming very, very, very soon, okay? The Star represents healing, renewed hope moving forward. And now that you've done that, because I feel like when you see this, it's either you've already done it or it's happening like within a couple of days of seeing this. With the Chariot, you see how now she's kind of like, so, okay. In this card, because it's the same chick, I can't remember her name. The woman from Sister Act. See, in this card, the Moon, she's got her eyes closed, and it kind of looks like there's a lot of, you know, kind of faffing about coming, you know, going on, right? But in this card, she's got her eyes open, she's very focused. You know, it's the Chariot, which is movement. You might actually be moving as well. The Chariot talks about movement forward, so that could be metaphorical or it could be literal. But she's, you know, the Chariot talks about knowing exactly where you want to go, being very focused, being very determined, having a lot of willpower. But I feel it was this kind of, I don't actually know what she's doing in that picture, but you may have been in this sort of energy where you felt very chaotic you know, it was difficult for you to focus on one task, or you felt like you weren't sure what your focus should be, or you felt very overwhelmed, or it was just like directionless. You may have been in this energy recently where you were trying to move forward, but you were just you felt like you were just going round in circles, if you see what I mean. But now I feel like because you've moved these fears out of the way, it's like, well, now there's nothing stopping me. Onwards and upwards, the way has been cleared, because I feel like before there was a bunch of stuff in the way, you know? It's almost coming to me as like, you know, when you get something out of the shed and you're trying to get to the bike, you know, the Hoover, you're trying to get to your Hoover, but there's a bunch of crap in the way. So it's like clearing out the crap first, and then now that you've done that, it's time to go. And I feel now things will move very fast because you've done this. You've gotten rid of the stuff that was holding you back. You know what I mean? So the Chariot is forward movement, success. Is there anything else for pile 2? I'm so sorry if that's been unfocused for a while. Anything else for pile 2? Ooh, the World. Oh. And the Five of Cups wants to come out as well. Oh, and you have the Ten of Swords came out too. Okay, so you have the World. So the World talks about closing down a huge cycle, like a really big cycle, you know? This is you, no more waiting, no more things being very slow, no more feeling stuck. The healing period is done. The block that was getting in your way has been removed, or it's about to be. And you have the Five of Cups here, or the Five of Potions, and you have the Ten of Lightning, or the Ten of Swords. So there may have been some sadness around some kind of ending that you had in the past. That could be with anyone. Could be with family, could be with an ex. Could be that you felt very stabbed in the back or something like that. But I actually feel this is referring more to, because it's next to the Chariot, you're just drawing a line under all the shit that's happened in the past, and you're like, right, we're done. I've done my healing. Because you may have noticed recently, like, a lot of stuff came out from your childhood or your past or something that you weren't expecting. The Five of Cups talks about looking towards the future, and I feel like that's what you're doing now. Like with the Ten of Swords, you're just moving on basically, and you're moving on quite fast. Anything else for pile 2? I feel you're going to find success quite fast here, pile 2. Okay, you have community. You have thoughts. Yeah, definitely there was a lot of thinking about the past. Some of you are going to be leaving, like the place that you're living in. You're going to be moving. You might even be traveling, you know, because the World, excuse me, the World talks about traveling. You might be going with someone. You see how there's 2 people there? Maybe like you're going to be traveling or going on holiday with someone. I feel it's more permanent than that. There's something to do with leaving a community behind, or leaving you know, the area that you're living in. Maybe you're going to leave toxic people behind or something like that. But I feel like some of you might actually go traveling, or you might move abroad. Ooh. Okay, I feel like also some of you may have walked away from a relationship recently, because you have the courtship card with the Ten of Swords and the Five of Cups. So you've either walked away from a relationship, or you've walked away from like sadness surrounding a relationship. that may also have been holding you back. Also, someone from your past has been thinking of you. I'm about to do a video about this on my other channel, How to Train Your Caterpillar, about etheric cords. I was going to do it today, the day that I made this reading, but I had a lot of problems making the video, so I don't know what that was about. But I feel like there may have been someone from your past that kind of didn't want you to move on. But I don't think you give a shit. I think you're moving on anyway. And you have official person. So there may be some kind of position of authority that you're about to move into. Queen of Cups wants to come out as well. So this could be something to do with emotions. Like, and the Four of Wands just come out too. I feel like you're about to meet someone that may end up, this King of Cups wants to come out, so they could be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or Libra, but just really sweet, loving energy. I'm just noticing this little guy here. So this person could have been watching you, like they could have had their eye on you. Maybe you're a teacher or something. Can you see what I'm looking at here? That's how the cards were. So this guy was looking at her. So I feel like there's someone that's been eyeing you up, that's been thinking, like, they like that you're sweet, pile number 2. Like the Queen of Cups is very, oh, and they were the King of Cups. Okay, so this person, whoever they are, thinks that you are their match. Like energetically, like you're really sweet, really kind, really compassionate. You may have had to learn boundaries. That's what the Queen of Cups is all about. But you may be in some kind of teaching position, or, you know, because she's a teacher, right? But you could be in some kind of, you know, where you're speaking, people are listening. Now that could be anything. Like that could be, you know, what I'm doing. That could be like YouTube, it could be writing, it could be an actual teacher. You might teach an evening class. You might be the boss in work, you know. So maybe someone in your work has a crush on you, or they're watching you online, or maybe you don't know who this is energetically, but energetically they've been watching you. And the Four of Wands talks about, you know, a serious relationship. So I feel like that's what's coming in for you here, because you've let so much stuff go. I feel like this couldn't come in until you had done the shadow work. There was just like a little bit left that you had to do, and now that it's done, here they come. So this, I don't know if this is you. I feel like it's them. I feel there's a person coming in. Because, you know, I was looking at Zachary Binks and then I was looking at this guy. So this person who's coming in, and I see community here. They might live abroad, or they might live in the next city for some of you. Maybe you're going to go traveling with this person. Maybe you're going to meet them while you are traveling, or maybe you're going to move for work and you'll meet them there. I feel this person's like some kind of official person. Like they have, like, I don't know what that would mean. It could be like official within a community. See, that might be how you meet. Like you're both teachers, or you're both managers, or you're both writers, or you occupy some space that's kind of similar in that way. Like people are looking at you. Like your job's official or something. And you might, you know, with the community, this person could be the head of a community in some way. You know what I mean? Like a manager, like a boss. So they might own their own business, or they could be a writer or something like that. But yeah, this person's like official. So that's your message, pile 2. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I wish you many, many blessings, love and light. Take care. And pile number 3, the highlight. Let's see what you're at here. You have the Fool, the Virgin that lights the candle. Cuteness. You have, ooh, the Queen of Wands. Okay, so there's some new beginning here. Possibly, the readings have been very similar today. Possibly with you in the spotlight in some way. Or at the very least, feeling a lot more confident. You know, I mean, look at her. You know, she's, you know, that's perfect because she's dressed up as Madonna, you know, who is a Leo, by the way. So the Queen of Wands is like fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. She's like often in the spotlight. She's very attractive, very alluring. So, you know, if you could be like a singer or an actor or something in the spotlight, but that could be like manager. You know, it's going to be it's going to just depend on what you do, or something that you do is going to end up being very successful, or it could simply, like, if that doesn't sound right for you, if you're definitely like, no, I don't want to be in the public eye or be in a manager position or any of that shit. This is about like really, you know, feeling yourself, like with the Queen of Wands, like being like, yeah, I'm so pretty, like I'm so confident, like, yeah, that's the type of energy you're stepping into. If you were at all attracted to pile 2, I would watch that. Oh, look, you have the Hermit, Virgo energy, and you have the 3 of Cups. There is something here, like if you've been in hermit mode, you know, which I suspect a lot of you have, especially if you were drawn to pile 2, if you've been in hermit mode, that's about to come to an end. And the 3 of Cups is about going out and having fun with your friends or going out on dates. Just generally going out, oh, I'm so sorry about the camera, generally going out and enjoying your life and having fun and feeling really confident doing it. Because it's almost like you've had your candle lit, if you see what I mean. Because she's, yeah, my phone just dinged. She's the Queen of Candles, and then this boy, you know, Max, is lighting the candle. So I don't know if someone else is coming in to light your fire. I'm sorry. They put that in my head. I don't know. Or it could just be that there's a new beginning where it's like you feel like, you know, someone's you've re-sparked your energy, and you have the King of Pentacles here, the King of Pumpkins. This could be a person that you're going to meet. If that, if you're looking to meet someone, there could be someone coming in. You might be about to, you know, get a promotion or be put in the public eye or something like that, and you may meet someone through doing that. Like this King of Pentacles, King of Pumpkins, you know, usually, like, they could be Aries, Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but they're usually very good with money, very responsible, very reliable, very down to earth, someone you can really rely on. Usually quite well off as well because they're a hard worker. Oh, hello. Anything else for pile number 3? Nope. Nothing else? Nope, I think that's it. Oh, what's this one? Oh wow, the 10 of Cups. Wow, you're going to be very happy. There is kind of an element of mystery here. Maybe they don't quite want you to know, but that's the message coming through. You're coming out of your hermit mode, you're about to be very happy, meeting new friends, going out, having fun, dating. You might meet this King of Pentacles, male or female. The 10 of Cups, you're going to be very happy. 10 of Potions, sorry. You're going to be very, very happy. I feel like there's one more to come out here. Nope. That was, I don't know, so many cards came out. This deck kind of sticks together is my only complaint about it. Can I have one? One more card. Thank you. Oh, you have the Ten of Swords. That came out for pile 2. That's a weird combination. So you have the Ten of Swords. I feel like some of you anyway, only take this if it resonates. Some of you may have recently ended a connection, or you've recently gotten over the end of a connection, and that's why you're going out dating again. Because you have the Two of Cups here in reverse, so that could be like a connection that ended, and then you have the Page of Cups here, which often represents someone new, a new love coming in. Anything else about this Ten of Swords? No? The Page of Cups. There's someone new coming in. You have the Page of the Page of Wands, and the Tower wants to come out as well. The Knight of Cups behind that. Yeah, this person might come in very fast, this new person. Sorry, this Knight of Cups wants to come at you too. So yeah, for some of you, only take that if it resonates, obviously, but you may have had a tower about someone recently. Sorry, I'm just trying to get it to focus. You may have had a tower about someone recently because you have the Ten of Swords and the Tower. So you may have realized something about someone recently, or something like that, or like I said, you may have gotten over a bad relationship that ended, or maybe you broke up with someone a while ago and you're over it now, but this new person's coming in, the Page of Cups here. So they could be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, particularly Pisces. You have the Page of, that's Thora Birch. You have the Page of Wands here, which is usually Sagittarius energy, excuse me. Excuse me. You could be older than this person, pile 3, because you have 2 pages and then this Queen of Wands. Oh, they've been looking to see, that's weird. This Page of Cups is pointing at this Ten of Swords, so whoever this Page of Cups is, they've been waiting to see if you're single, or to see if you're going to break up, or they've been energetically waiting, or they've been waiting for you to heal. Could be that too. I feel like that came out yesterday. But yeah, they could have water and Sagittarius in their chart, and you have the Knight of Cups here. So I feel like you're going to meet this person pretty soon. Or maybe you already know who I'm talking about, but yeah, King of Pentacles, you might be getting spoiled here, pile number 3. So that is your message. I'm going to leave that there. That was the longest pick a card, shortest pick a card reading in the world. But I hope it was useful. Thank you so much for watching as always. And as always, I wish you many blessings, love and light. Take care.